Madam Speaker, I take great pleasure in announcing to the House and to the nation that Cabinet at its meeting on Tuesday agreed to have prepared and to bring to Parliament a bill that would enshrine into law the moratorium against offshore exploration, oil exploration activity. No doubt people will recollect that this is already the policy of the government, announced some months ago, perhaps as long ago as a year. But in consequence of conversations with OCEANA and the Belize coalition to save our natural heritage, Cabinet felt that the time has come to put the policy commitment into law. It makes no practical difference since under either regime, there is not going to be any licenses granted for offshore oil exploration activity. But it certainly, I believe, gives comfort to those who require such comfort that this is a step beyond just the policy commitment. There's no change. Remember, that was where there was the rub. We agreed some time ago to a policy decision that there would be a moratorium. But there were those who wanted a permanent ban. And I've always said that I am completely against that, and I'm still against that. A moratorium is a different thing, even though it is indefinite. The fact is that it is not permanent. It is not expressed to be permanent, so that you cannot rule out the possibility that at some point in the future, clearly not in the near future, when technology has advanced, there might be very easy ways of determining whether we do have resources where some people think there might be, without having to go through the sort of process that the environmentalists object to. That is the position now. And if that day ever comes, remember, and this is where I had to be sure that OCEANA and the coalition were on the same page as I was. We can't fetter Parliament. We can't bind a future Parliament. So when we pass the law, even though it's not expressed to be permanent, they would have wanted us to say, well, even to lift the non-permanent ban, you would need to go through certain steps. They talked about a referendum. You can't do that. You can't put in a bill that a future Parliament will not be able to change this bill except there's a referendum. No, that referendum provision in the bill is part of the bill that a future Parliament can simply upend.